you're just lying here, forehead on back of hands. And let's think about the back right now. Could you think about your back belt loop here? And if you're just moving it side to side gently, sort of gently start to bring it side to side and start to assess, is the back stiff? Okay, we don't know what its potential for unstiffness is, for suppleness, but that's what we've got. Even here, let's just sort of bringing it over to here and bringing it over to here. Now let's just try that gently. And just keep that going. And is it supple? And just keep that movement going. And look at right in the center of the arch of the low back. Well, is it moving there? Okay. And let's come down with your awareness a little further down the low back, sort of between that low back arch and your sacrum. Say, okay, is it moving there? Side to side, just gently. Don't force it. Not into any strain or discomfort. Let's be really gentle with all these movements. No strain or discomfort at all. Think about how does that movement come up into the upper arch of the low back. Okay? And what's happening up here in the low ribs? Does the spine move? Okay? And even up here in the upper chest. How's it moving? So as you're resting there, let's think about the breathing again. Now I'm going to give you the deluxe lesson. Just let it all rest. Yep. Feel the weight of the head on the hands. And tune into your breathing. Notice that as the breath comes in, sort of the front of the body sort of pushes into the table or the mat or the floor. Okay? And tune into that pace of the breathing. And notice that as you take the breath in, you can begin to push the front of the body quite firmly down into the table. Not even holding the sides. Let the sides sort of bulge out if they need to, but you can press, it could almost feel like that breath in, you could almost push your tummy right through the floor. Okay, you can really press firmly down into it, okay? So when you're ready, with a little bit of a breath in, push belly gently, maybe upper belly as well, into the floor. And could you just feel what happens if you bring the forehead a little bit away from the hands? Lift the back of the head up toward the sky and the back of the neck. Well, that's a tilting of the, yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's have it be even less neck on the next one. Not so much tilt, just lower down easy. Could it be like you're gentle, set down soft? Could it be like you're lifting your bow tie, that the belly breath pushes in, and as you seesaw up off that, you're lifting your bow tie away from the table, and just a little bit, could you find that effort coming how far down the back does that effort go to lift the head? Lower, easy, less effort on the neck. What if the neck didn't bend at all? What if it was just the torso and the belly pushing forward that lifted the head? When you're ready, just go slow, go slow. That gentle breath in, coming on up easy, that's it, there. And then just lower down slow. That's it, that's it. Back lengthens to lower head. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to learn a movement I call Yawn Your Wings. And we might use a little bit of that head lift as we're doing it. So right now, bring your awareness to your left arm, and could you have your left arm by your side? Yeah. And just like if your arm was like a scarecrow and your elbow is, you're sliding the back of the hand up the table till your elbow is sort of straight out to the side from your shoulder. Just like that. That's the position for Yawn Your Wings. All right? We're thinking about the back. So when you're ready, as that belly pushes forward, could you just begin to bring your left shoulder a little bit away from the table? That's it. And as you come up into it, could you start to have that shoulder come up, and you're pulling that shoulder toward that same side back pocket. Shoulder pulls down the body and the ribs close to shorten that distance, and the elbows along for the ride. Beautiful. Lower slow out of that. Now, we're eagerly looking for where it's not smooth. That's the treasure. That's where the X marks the spot. Lower slow. Just be with that. Maybe back up into it if it's really skippy, and lower little steps. Don't make it too difficult. And just look at what it's like, where the place is that's unknown that allows that to happen. That's where your brain has been holding you tight so much. It's so out of calibration you can't control it. So all you have to do is practice smoothing it out. Every time we're going to smooth it out. And I like counting. The next one I'm going to count down from 10. So here's how we're going to do it. Follow me carefully with the breathing. The little breath into the front of the body. Coming on up, and now squeeze a little bit of air out of the back of the body. Close those back ribs to pull shoulder toward same side back pocket. Make it feel yawning and contracted. Beautiful. And lower down slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Slow. 5, 4, 3. Set down softly. 2. And 1, slow, slow, breathing into the back, let that open. Those back ribs move and they change your space, okay? So this next one, let's add the gentle lifting of the head. So when, the head and the arm, they're just the weight that your torso gets to lift. In a way, it's these upper ribs are lifting the shoulder blade. Can your torso, when you're ready, the gentle breath come in, can the torso bring up shoulder and elbow and head, and even a little bit you could turn the head just gently to look over toward that lifting elbow side. Just gentle, gentle. Find the contraction. Where is it not yawning? Where is it? Where would you like to know? Where do you want to know in here? And lower down easy. As you lower, could each breath in sort of come up into those back ribs? Easy and slow. Slow. Soft, set down, soft. And even give the brain a rest. Beautiful. Well, now, for the next one, think it through. Think about where the center line of your spine is, where it meets the pelvis, right here at the sacrum. Could you connect these two dots, sacrum to shoulder? So gentle breath in, maybe even breathe in. For the breath in, try a breath in where you breathe into your back. Breathe that line open. And then on the exhale, close the ribs to bring the shoulder up and pull shoulder down to the center point of your low back. Beautiful, that. Head can lift very gentle on the neck, very gentle. Make it a torso movement. It's like the essence of it is balancing up on your belly. Find that. Where do you balance on your belly to move the shoulder that way? And then how do you de-escalate out of that effort? How is it less and less effort? Yawn your wings. Can you find the yawningness? Can you find something new every time you practice? Gentle. Where's the brain uncertain about how to let that place go? That's good. Come up into it. How's the shoulder blade, how is that control of how the shoulder blade slides and moves so beautifully on the ribs? Does your brain understand that distance, that it can contract and be small and it can open? Well, here, let's try opposite back pocket. The gentle breath in to the front of the body and exhale from the back of the body. And what does it take to pull left shoulder to right back pocket? Where is it missing? What if you pulled back pocket even a little bit up towards shoulder? Perfect. Okay. Make sure you're not straining or not over-efforting, and just lower down easy. In a way that's not too taxing. In a way where your brain says, okay, we can pandiculate very, very carefully, counting and really fine-tuning it, but also sometimes it's nice just to do it like a cat. How would a cat or a dog pandiculate? Let's change the hand position. Bring your hand under the tummy so the fingertips point near the belly button. Okay? Well, here, how do we connect sort of opposite side ribs to this shoulder, the active shoulder? When you're ready, the little breath in. And on the exhale, how do you connect the dots? Elbow comes up, the head. Can these ribs pull toward the shoulder, toward the opposite shoulder? Perfect, that. Make it feel delicious. Make it cat-like, dog-like. Lower slowly. Easy. Breathing into the back, relaxing out of it. Soft. Okay, soft. Thinking about left shoulder pulling across toward the center line of the spine, even pulling over toward the right shoulder. That elbow comes up, the shoulder lifts. Can you find that beautiful yawning as you pull left shoulder right across toward the right shoulder? Coming together. That. Hold against that gently. Lower slow, slow, slow. Where's it opening? What's changing? And that. And that. Okay. Now, just the last one. Any direction that you want at an effort level that would maybe you could explore super gentle, or you could make it just feel one beautiful burst like a cat will pandiculate. If there's no pain, if you're not having any discomfort, cats pandiculate, big effort, right at the effort. It's right at the threshold of a quiver where they pandiculate. So come up into it with control, go into this smooth crescendo, more and more sensation. How does the volume increase as you bring your elbow into any direction? Shoulder goes to any of these places. Opposite over here, opposite side, same side. Elbow comes up. The slow crescendo, just the right symphonic loudness. And then now the diminuendo, softer and softer and softer. Just exactly the right lesson so that could you get it to be completely relaxed at the end? Breathing as you need to, and really take the time that you need. This is the time to take the time. Softly set down, soft, and just rest. And maybe bring that hand back up to the, under the forehead. Both hands under the forehead, just gently. Okay? And now rock the hips a little bit side to side and see what you've got. Okay? Just notice. Now we did only one shoulder and its connection to the rest of the torso. So just now, sort of just notice what you've got now in this. And does it go one direction differently than the other? Okay, sort of noticing that. Now let's do Yawn Your Wings on side 2. We're going to give it a shorter, easier lesson. Exactly, back of hand is there and the elbow slides up, so the elbow's off to the side. We're thinking this right shoulder first toward right back pocket. Just come up easy, sort of yawn it up there. Shoulder comes up, the ribs close, back of hand stays on the table, closing on up. Beautiful. That's it. Just easy. Just sort of like could be like a gentle undulation, like the swell on the Pacific Ocean. Could be a beautiful undulation of just crescendo and then just a slow, graceful descent. When movement starts in the center of the body, that's when we're being graceful. So, is it the center of the body? Does the center of the body release the elbow back down toward the table? Easy. How does that line open? How do the ribs open to deliver the shoulder? Okay. And maybe now here we're going to just, we'll shortcut to right shoulder toward your left back pocket. Before you start, what if you bring left back pocket a little bit up toward right shoulder? Just a little bit. And now connect the dots. Bring shoulder up, and when is it filled in? Where's the missing spot? Where do you balance on your belly to find and fill in the gap in the knowing? Find the shortness. If you were in that cavern of your torso, what is the perceived distance? And then as it opens, does the roof of the cavern get longer and longer? Easy. Make it easy for yourself. Make it practice so that the brain would be so curious that it would say, oh, I want to do more of that. We don't want to make it tedious. We want it to be just so engaging as you're looking in there. What about it is challenging? What is there that's unknown about yourself that is this gap, like it's like a crevasse to our complete knowing? Let's have fingertips come under the tummy. Yep. When you're ready, the breath in, find a place that you push your front of body into the table to bring shoulder up and really close those ribs. Are the ribs under the shoulder blade moving the shoulder blade? Are you arching your torso? If you didn't have arms, if you didn't have shoulders, what would the shape of this movement be? And just lower out of that easy. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Softly setting down, soft, soft, soft. Breathing with the back a little bit while you're resting. Breathe into even both side back ribs. And how do you squeeze the air out as you push your back ribs forward down toward the floor? And can you take that breath in, opening the ribs? Is it stiff? Where it's stiff, that's exactly the problem. That's where your brain is running it. It seems like it's completely outside your control. When you find stiffness, contract the stiffness. So for this last one on this side, I invite you to close some of that stiffness, pulling shoulder in any direction. The breath into the back, where does it not open? On the exhale, shoulder comes up, head can lift a little bit, head can turn. If you want to turn the head, can you find how that spiral of the neck continues down into the torso and wraps down to the other side? And close the stiffness, make it feel yawning-like. How does the breath come into the place that's opening? How does the exhale happen, where a little exhale where the place that needs to close to let your shoulder come down? The front needs to close to let the back open. Just a little bit. Soft, 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 soft. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Forehead on the back of hands. Okay. And now rock hips side to side. Okay. Just keep that going. And let's think about down low, the lowest part of the low back. How is that moving now? And come up here, the middle of the arch of the low back. Put your awareness into that. Is that moving? Coming up here a little bit higher. And how does the spine move between the ribs? Can that movement of the hips going side to side, is that really a rib movement? Well, that's Yawn Your Wings. Very green light movement.